Hello everyone, I welcome you to my new video. Today we're going to be discussing a guide, talents for hunter, marksmanship, survival tree. And you know what I want to say is that I feel bad that this tree is being overlooked so much. It is extremely strong. As you can see, all your talents are doing crazy good damage, like 4000 on kill command, bomb does 5 plus 3, almost 3, this one done, raptor strike doing 8. I really feel bad that it's been so overlooked when it's actually so good. Let's go to the talents now. At tier 1 I prefer Alpha Predator, that way you get 2 charges for your kill command, and it's easier for you to build up your focus, that way you don't have starvation cycles which you otherwise have. Viper Venom is another good talent, but it's unfortunately only PvE talent, because in PvP it's extremely hard to make sure it procs enough for you to benefit from it that much. The terms of engagement is a bad talent, we're gonna skip it because your harpoon is on 20 seconds cooldown, and pulling up some focus or regen and a small amount of damage is just a no-no. Alpha Predator wins it for PvP. At tier 2 we are going with Hydra's Bite. This is good when you have Azurite traits that where is it? I don't have it right now. I'm Beast Mastery. The Azurite trait that makes your Raptor Strike do extra damage and reduce your Wildfire Bomb by 1 second. By 1 second its cooldown. So it works well with Hydra's Bite. So why not the other two? Let's start with Butchery. Butchery is good only if you're hitting more than 5 people. In PvP it's rarely the case, and usually in battlegrounds, and will only work if you have your pocket healer. Hydra's Bite is still an AoE kind of thing. You get 10% damage boost, which is nice. You shoot this thing to 2 extra people, which adds that AoE element. And since it has no CD and costs so little focus, it's actually good and does a lot of damage. It's kind of your AoE type of build for arena or battlegrounds. I like it way more than Butchery. Much easier to get that damage out from this talent. Guerrilla Tactics is not so good because especially that you get that Wildfire Bomb CD reduction from Raptor Strike as the right talent trait, right? It's not as good because second charge being nullified. You will have that Wildfire Bomb popping up quite fast. You won't need the second charge. So now all it leaves you with is that 100% initial damage increase, which is really only 2500 damage. Where is it? Yeah, well, a little bit more, 2700 damage. Which is really so. When you look, like, you will have this anyways. Only thing that you will gain is just that 2700 extra damage, which will be foreshadowed by Hydra's Bite AoE effect by a lot. So yeah, Hydra's Bite is a winner here. At tier 3 I'm picking Trailblazer. This is the only time you're going to use Trailblazer is in this tree. For other two it does not work. You have to make sure how you understand how this talent works to make most use of it. If your target is far away and it's not dying, you are not supposed to shoot it if you don't have anything to catch up with it. That way Trailblazer kicks in and you catch up to it naturally. With all the sloth and stuff it still works, and believe me. So yeah, if it's far away and it's dying, just spam your Wildfire Bomb, Serpent Sting, whatever, use your CD to make your Raptor Strike go like a strike at a range, and you will be golden. Time Trailblazer will be good. Natural Minion has best use as PvE, in boss fights and stuff, so in PvP it will not be a concern. Why I am not picking Camouflage? First of all, Camouflage gives you the right of the first strike. It is true for marksmanship and for Beast Mastery. For survival you will always have the trait anyways, because you have Harpoon, the jump, and rarely rogue will get on you. So, I mean, that's the only case, but even on marksmanship you are not safe from that. Camouflage will not give you the right of first choice or first strike because you already will have it. So now all it does is works as a battle reset. In arena, for example, you jump, then you run behind the pillar, then you click camouflage. That's the only way to use it. How often you will use it like that? I probably say if you're playing with a healer, you don't need to worry about it. Double DPS survival hunter, I don't think it will work out, so it's not a good idea. Therefore, camouflage has very limited use. You can have it for fun still, I mean, it still will work, but I would prefer Trailblazer. It kind of wins in my opinion, giving you that extra mobility you need to catch up mages and everyone else. At tier 4, we are going with Bloodseeker. Ravens is another good choice. Steel Trap, forget it. It does less damage than Ravens, you have to land it and all that crap you don't want to deal with. But why am I picking Bloodseeker over Ravens? Bloodseeker increases your attack speed by 10 and gives your kill command a dot. So that's great. And you always will have a bleed from warrior or something in battlegrounds, so this will be more than 10% attack speed. Every other time you will pretty much always have a bleed on your enemy and you will have that 10% damage burst. How does this work? It creates extra pressure. It is better as an overtime damage. You are wielding a two-handed weapon that will also kick in on that damage, which will be better than Ravens in most occasions. Ravens are only good if you are actually using it as intended to finish off the target and then it dies and resets your Ravens, or if you are using Ravens for extra pressure on your target. Otherwise, Bloodseeker will always win damage-wise. And I would suggest you roll in with Bloodseeker. At tier 5, we are going post-haste for the same reason that we did in the other two videos. It's just the best out of two. So let's go to Born to be Wild. It gives you 20% CD reduction. You can use it with a cheetah, but you will need to have another talent, where is it, Hunting Pack, to click in order to make it like 70 seconds cooldown, the aspect of cheetah, and spending 2 talents is just too much, too expensive, just you know, to bring it down when you can have a speed boost initially just from post haste, so it's dumb to take that. As far as for Turtle, let's see, Turtle is 3 minutes cooldown, that's only 20 seconds reduction, so you will reduce it by, what is it, by a minute. It's still a hectically big cooldown, so, well, not by a minute, less. It will be like 2:30 or something. 2 minutes 30 seconds. Still a hectically long cooldown. You are not winning anything by taking this talent, especially alone without synergizing it with the Hunting Pack. Binding Shot is just bad because it no longer stuns. As for slow, you don't really need it. For snare, actually, you don't need it because you will have plenty of mobility with talents I'm showing you to take. At tier 6, I'm taking a Flanking Strike. This is the extra mobility plus focus generation that you will need in PvP, and because of that I think it is better. However, if you think that you have already enough mobility with post haste, Trailblazer, your jump, you know how to turn, jump, and turn back, right, and harpoon, and you really want to maximize on your damage, then Tips of the Spear will go faster. It is better because it's easier to play it out. It's not working like a dump, so it is better. Mongoose I do not recommend for PvP because it is dump talent. By dump I mean is you building up focus and then you dump it all. So you can strike it 3 times, and you will strike it 3 times, then you will be out of focus, then you will do kill command, and then you will do a 5th time. And then it will reset as and then it will reset pretty whatever, 15 for 14 seconds. So it's pretty much gonna be resetting quite fast. You will not be able to do that dumb thing. Plus you need to cast what do you call it, a wind clip and stuff. So working around and dump is not really working out. And to make sure that Mongoose Bite actually goes as a plus damage, you need to strike it at least 4 times. On the 4th time, it will be bigger, slightly better than tip of the spear, for that matter. So that's the way you do it. You have to go with tip of the spear, and Mongoose Bite you leave for PvE, in my opinion. But regardless of those 2 talents, I think I just need that extra mobility, and I'm taking Flanking Strike for that matter. At last turn, well, Fire and Fusion, hands down, that's extra bleed, faster, instant, procs for kill command and stuff. Birds of Prey PvE, chakrams. If they didn't cost focus, they would be good. With focus cost, they're just bad. You don't need them. You don't need them. Absolutely. You can make up the damage with an extra Raptor Strike or Hydra's Bite another time. You just cast it and that's it. And you don't need to have this chakrams anywhere on your, as your buttons. Going to PvP talents now. Gladiator's Medallion hands down. Relentless and Adaptation are bad. Adaptation will be always knocked off by Rogue's Sap or some sudden fear from a priest or some other crap, so you don't want to deal with it. Now, Relentless is just that you really will need to trinket that special moment when you need to heal up or something, and that's why you keep it. As for other PvP talents, here I'm having Diamond Skin actually. You're going with Dragon Armor and Tactical and Survival Tactics because as your Survival Hunter says the word survival means you're supposed to survive. But unfortunately your survivability is quite bad and you need to maximize on it as much as possible. So that's where Dragon Armor and Survival Tactics kick in. They're the best for that. Diamond Ice you are taking because you do so much AoE in Arena. Most of the time you will break your own trap with AoE. Your freezing trap, and to avoid doing that you are taking Diamond Ice, and you become priceless with that now. Another good talent to take, High Explosive Trap for like places like Eye of the Storm when you need to kick off the people from ledges. Other talents are quite bad. Hunting Pack we already discussed, it's bad because you need to take a second talent to maximize on your aspect of Cheetah, which is too much of a sacrifice. Mending Bandage, you use it pretty much the same way as you would use Camouflage, and there's just enough stuns in CC to break it down, so you need to run away, heal up, and blah blah blah. If you really need that heal, sacrifice Trailblazer, take Camouflage, forget about the bandage. Roar of Sacrifice we are not taking because there is just not that much critical strike people pulling out right now. Once armor scales a little bit more with next raid content popping up and people reaching 35% critical strikes, it will be useful. Sticky Tar is a good talent only if you are doing duels. Aside from duels, it has limited use. Tracker's Net is not good. You already have enough mobility and means to catch up your enemy. You don't need an extra ability to click. Diamond Skin we already went through, so the Explosive Strike. All the stings, they are bad. Did I skip one? No. All the stings are bad. Like I said, the Spider Sting should work like Black Arrow used to work, just 4-second silence. Right now it's bad. Scorpion Sting we are not taking for the same reason. We are not taking Roar of Sacrifice. Just not too much. The critical strike levels are not up there to be concerned just yet. So Viper Sting would be a useful one, but you are going to use a pet like mine that will give you a debuff. It doesn't show the percentage, but it's 25%, which is only 5% below Viper Sting, and if Viper Sting you need to time with that CD, and then if they release non-instant heals, it drops off and blah blah blah. Too much if conditions. So say fuck it and go with a pet that reduces the healing and it's constant. You see it lasts for 10 seconds and every 6 seconds it's being cast, so it is just constant debuff, so you don't have to worry about it. This is it for my guide. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, have a good day.